Hello, friend, and welcome to the Foxtrot family, where we believe that music saves lives. And today we are very excited to get into a coffee club review with our good friend Sugar Free. And what those coffee club reviews are our Patreon reviews, where Sam gets to tell me how to start my day, and we get to have a little bit of coffee together, and we get to check out some music, and it kind of gets my day going. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Sugar Free for being a member of the coffee club, and for being a patron member of the channel. And today he has got us checking out what I believe is my first official review for MAPHRA today. I did see their cover of Doomed by Bring Me the Horizon. I believe that is the only cover that I did watch them, or did witness. I think I watched it a couple of times. I think we watched it on a live stream. And I think that's the only MAPHRA stuff that I have checked out. So I have seen the Doom cover, which I thought was pretty magnificent. I could see that really quickly that she has a magnificent voice, and the way that she kind of does these very unique screams, I thought was really, really cool. I did also see that she did a couple of features with Bring Me the Horizon, and I believe also Ice Night and Kills at a couple of festivals this year. Too, so that's pretty awesome that happened for her as well. So I am a little familiar. That's about the extent of my knowledge with MAPHRA, though. I don't know where she's from. I don't know where she lives in the world. I don't know if she makes original music, if she's a cover-only person. That's what I'm kind of here to figure out, and I like to learn that the most from the fans, because you guys are the ones that know. You know, so I could do research, but I'm like, it's a little boring. It's a little boring if I do. So I like to learn honestly the best from the fans themselves, because you guys are the ones who care the most. So, and then, you know, in doing so, I kind of turn into a fan myself. So, that being said, shout out to Sugar Free. One more time. You might know him also, honestly. He is another reactor, content creator out there in the world. But you probably know him as Super Sam Performance Encore. He probably has done some MAPHRA reviews in the past. There's a lot of the things I think he passes on to me are things that he has also done reactions to on his channel. So make sure you go give Super Sam some love if you haven't already, and are not familiar with him. I'll make sure I leave the link in the description as well for him as well, so that way you can go check out his video, probably to this very specific MAPHRA review, so you can hear his opinion as well if you haven't already. So get a shout to him. Let's go ahead and check out this cover of Faouzia, I think that's how you say her name, Unethical.
Vertigo in your arms. 1 second you hate me, then it's false alarm. That's just what you always do every time. Watch me when I break and say it's paradise. Set my body aflame. Lock me up and close the door when it rains. Maybe it's my fault I put you up so high. Darling, I think you can make the devil cry. And I've been waiting for the sunset, waiting on a sorry, but you're never sorry, are you? No, you don't even care. How can you stand and watch while I'm breaking all my bones, trying to hold you close? Cut my heart right out of my body, tearing off my skin just to let you in. Isn't it a bit unethical? Got me on my knees, have you any mercy every time you hurt me, baby? Tell me, have I not given you enough? If you ever loved me, let me go.
Woo! I gotta say, man, this song, the original song already, is a really, really beautiful piece. I think we actually had checked that song out on a live stream. We do Women Who Rock live streams every Wednesday, and on Twitch we normally start around 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time kind of vibes, and we basically kind of give out free reactions to everybody. Everybody brings a song. It's almost kind of like musical show and tell. Everybody brings a song for that week, and we just kind of share it with one another. We get into some reviews on there sometimes as well. for donations and Patreon reviews and things like that. But it's the environment more about is kind of like trying to spread the love of the music to the next person that needs to hear it, right? And for me personally, I'm the kind of person that I love a lot of different genres. I love pretty much everything. I like music that makes me feel things, and I feel like what's really great about like this song in particular, and again her cover of this is, you know, if it starts giving me goosebumps, man, you're feeling it. You're feeling the connection with the music. And I felt that with the original song because it's such a beautiful song. I was sitting there thinking to myself that from what I know of the songs that MAPHRA has covered, has been things like, I haven't heard it yet, but like The Plot in You and Bring Me the Horizon. Like, so it's like more hardcore stuff, right? So this Unethical cover is almost like a whole other world of style and taste of music, but so much feeling in all of this music. So I think that's what's really wonderful about, from what I at least have seen of the covers that they've put out. That is the consistent thing, is where the music is a deep connection. There's a deep connection with these songs, and her cover is also making, I think, new people connect with that music the way that a lot of us had already if we were already familiar with that work, right? I think it's pretty crazy to think that people are running over to things like The Plot in You to see people being put on The Plot in You by a cover that she does. I think that's amazing. I think The Plot in You is a great fucking band, man. And it's one of those things where I'm not the biggest person on covers, but I'm starting to get, I think, a little bit more what really, especially listening to this, like maybe a little bit, I think, of a lot of like what people are finding when they're connecting with these covers that she does. There's a lot of soul. There's a lot of soul that I think that you could feel and see through these covers and the songs that she's picking to choose to actually cover in particular. So for somebody who, again, more of hardcore, probably turning some people on to a really great artist that maybe you would have never have listened to, you know? And I think that's kind of the point I was trying to get back with bringing up the live streams on Wednesdays, is that's kind of the point of those live streams, is we don't want anybody to feel bad about the song they bring to the table, because I guarantee you somebody in the family is going to like it. You know, if it's not me, somebody else will like it, you know? And that it's supposed to be this thing where, you know, you don't need to, it's not about him making sure that I like it. You know, somebody else there will like it, and somebody else will definitely absolutely tell you. We have a little bit of flavor from all over the place. So we'd actually really love it if you come and hang out with us on Twitch as well, to help add to that environment as well, right? Super Sam is one of those guys where he hangs out with us almost every live stream that he gets a chance to, and it's really great to see him and see that the songs that he brings to the table. And again, like, we don't charge anybody for that. It's, if you want it like a review that's going to go on YouTube and something like this, we save all that kind of energy for like the patrons and for like paid donos, right? Those live streams are about just having a good time and connecting with maybe songs that you maybe wouldn't have listened to and might like, and also bringing something that you like to the table as well, right? So I think it's just a really great environment. I would love if you guys would consider joining us for those as well. I feel like that, honestly, I am terrible. I am really, really terrible at promoting myself, but I have to give myself a little bit of, especially Sam, especially talking to you here for a moment, Sam, and any other patrons that watch this. Like, you guys know, I'm not a good job at promoting myself, but I feel like I've been talking a lot about trying to be better about that. So I feel like for once, I finally promoted our live stream, probably in a decent way. So gotta give myself a little bit of a pat. Let's get back to the song.
I don't know what it is, got me wrapped around your cold fingertips. Maybe it's my fault I can't walk away. Maybe I just started feeling a little shame. Oh, I've been waiting on the sunset, waiting on a sorry, but you're never sorry, are you? No, you don't even care.
It's crazy.
Can you stand and watch while I'm breaking all my bones?
God. Cocked. Ah! Bloody hell, man. Bloody fucking hell. You know, if we're gonna be honest, friends, I had talked. I deal with a lot of depression. For my little bit of my story is I'm in a quick version. I'm a veteran, deployed twice, PTSD, depression, hardcore. And sometimes in fits of my depression, I get mad at the world, I think. And sometimes when you see the way the world's spinning and you see the things that are happening, you just don't understand things, and I feel like you take it out in weird ways. And there's probably been a couple of times where I had made comments about like where I just didn't understand, especially when it came to covers, where I just didn't understand why people did them, and I felt like it wasn't something that I feel like I never needed in my life, right? Where it's always felt like why would I want to cover when I already have the original art or the original theme that I connected with? But I feel like if I'm going to be honest, I feel like I got to come to the table and say that I feel like I'm starting to really understand a little bit more why people do them and why people like with this MAPHRA cover. I've always been about like really appreciating and respecting the original artwork and the original form of that. And I think that this is one of those times where I feel like she really reminded me of why I connected with that song in the first place. And I feel like there's so much emotion in her voice that, especially when she was kind of running out the end of this song and she was doing the vocal, like, you know, cracks and the screams and the I don't know what to call it, but somebody could help me out with this scream. But okay, so if you like some hardcore music, you're probably, and I hate to bring up other artists this way, but the best thing I can think of is going all the way back to 30 Seconds to Mars, like the kill, like the bury me scream when he gets into the. Hold on, I gotta get my mic. Where's my mic at? Hold on, so you make sure you hear it. I can't scream. I'm not a singer, and that was a terrible impression. But you know the part of the song I'm talking about. That part, the way that they like they say the word and like their voice kind of like carries it into a scream is like my favorite thing in the entire fucking world, man. Love it. I don't know what the hell they call that, but she was doing that like softly. It's absolutely insane. I feel like if you really break it down, what she does vocally is in that part at the end. It seems so simple, but as somebody who obviously knows that I can't sing, and you try to sing along sometimes, I feel like I have a huge appreciation for people that can sing, and you could when you can recognize that, like, damn, that's really tough. That's really tough to do what they're doing. She's pretty magnificent this way, man. Like I said, I might have been a little harsh on the idea of, you know, when you. Honestly, it's when some of the reactors, other fellow reactors that you know talk shit about your boy over here, when I start seeing them pop up and they're doing reactions to certain people, it's like, oh, that's obviously the next person that, you know, or whatever, you know, because they're out there chasing, and it starts making you think things. So, but oh my God, this is absolutely incredible. I can't believe, like, there was like 5 different points in this song that she gave me goosebumps, and I already knew the song. That's one of those things where, like, with the goosebumps, it's a lot of times it's like that first listen where it's like, man, it's like you just really feeling it run through your body that way. But a song that I already knew and I could sing someone along to, and I was trying my best not to sing. There's parts I couldn't help it. I kind of had to lip sync along, you know, because like I said, Maul knows you can't hear me unless I have my microphone. So if I don't have that, it's not really happening. I hope for anybody out there that's watching this video maybe for the first time or checking this out, which is probably not the case. But if you have not went and checked out the original song that she's covering here, go do it. Like it that's where I fell in love with this song, and it's great to see how much it's spreading. And I think that like I've said this a few times too, that through the greatest pain comes the most special art, right? Where this is one of those times where you feel all the pain in this song because you know exactly what that feels like, or you know how to relate to it somehow. And I feel like she really translates that just as well as the original art did that way. So it's like, I think that she totally killed. I'm not the kind of person that I do not like the idea of people saying that this is better than the original. That concept, I think, is it's disrespectful in a lot of ways. You might like it better, but I don't think that it's necessary. Like saying it out loud and saying those kinds of things, I almost kind of feel like it's disrespectful to the original art, because it's like, I don't think anybody takes your thing and makes it better. Because how would you ever feel about anybody that did the same thing to you, where it's supposed to be about respecting you, and for people to say that was better than what you did or whatever is, again, I feel like it's a little disrespectful. Even if you believe it with your whole heart. It's just one of those things, like, remember when I said, Mama told us, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all? This is one of those times where it's like, maybe not be the nicest thing to say. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we just don't do that specifically. Oh, she covered Bad Omens too? That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what else she's covered. Does she have original music? That's normally the first question I ask with cover people, or when we're checking out a cover, is do they also make original music? Because I would love to connect with people's original music as well, especially with somebody like her that I feel like is like very much on connecting on an emotional level with the music. I love that kind of music. So like if she's covering it, she's probably singing it and writing about it too, right? So if she's got any original stuff, please let me know. I think that's all I got for this one today, Sam. I think this one's all I got. I definitely want to appreciate all the new friends that were hanging out with us today. And we would love it if you join the Foxtrot family and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let me know what the next video like me to cover from MAPHRA if you'd like to see that. And again, we do Women Who Rock Wednesdays on Wednesdays, and then we also do Foxtrot Family Night on Sundays around 6 o'clock, and we go those for like 3-4 hours. So those are the 2 days of the week that we're pretty consistently always on. At Foxtrot Family Night, it's just an anything goes night. Any artist you want. Women Who Rock Wednesday, we just try to show some support to the women artists of the world, whether that be in pop world, whether that be in alternative world, indie, rock, whatever. No matter what it is, we don't discriminate, right? So we really don't. Where it's all about just bringing and sharing music with the next person that needs to hear it. So I think that's all I got today, Sugar Free. I definitely want to appreciate you one more time for being a patron member of the channel and a member of the Foxtrot family. We definitely love you, man. And until next time, friends, be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.